Good evening, everybody, and a very warm welcome back to the channel once again. I hope you're having a good day so far. We are back in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 today, and we're going to be taking a ride in the PMDG Boeing 777-300ER. We are currently on the ground here in Providenciales, and no, we are in the ground in Nassau, and we're going over to Providenciales today. I am actually really excited to do this flight. I did a practice earlier. It went all right, but definitely hope that it's a bit better today. But still, regardless, I am really excited for this leg. It's very unique. Don't think I've ever done this flight before, so without further ado, let's take a look at who we have got in chat today. Alex, hello, welcome aboard, nice to see you as always. The UFO 2000, welcome, nice to see you. We're doing some flight simulation this evening, and yeah, appreciate you for stopping by. Polo Pulse as well, welcome back, thank you very much for stopping by. Without further ado, I think we should jump on board this 777. But first, I want to get a screenshot, because that's quite a good view, actually. Right, in the flight deck, we are off the 777-300ER. Let's go upstairs, first of all, and we'll get our battery on, followed by our primary external power and our secondary external power. Both are now on. The ADI RU system can come on like so. IFE, and the cabin utilities can come on as well. Emergency exit lights, armed window heats, we can get all of those on, and all of these switches here over to auto. Seatbelt signs go on, fuel pumps, they can wait, and we'll get our logo and nav lights on. These displays take absolutely dog years to turn on, so while we wait for that, we can come over to the EFB, into the weight and balance page, import that. Not yet. Now we can import it from SimBrief. Import from SimBrief, just like so, that's all set. Cool. We can wait for the FMC to come alive. We'll set our squawk of 1000 into the box. What controls that one there? Oh, that one. There we go. And we'll just wait for things to come alive. Passengers boarding is starting. We can't really hear it, but this plane is absolutely huge. The UFO, we are on the ground in Nassau, which is in the Providenciales, which is in the Bahamas, and we're going over to Providenciales, which is in Turks and Caicos. Brilliant. Okay, here we are then on the ground in Nassau. We can pop that iCal code in. Let's go ahead and grab our FMC position. Did that do something? Here we go. Grab that. Throw that in there. There we go. Over here then to the route page, we can go ahead and get our origin in here. And our destination airport as well, which I always seem to get the registration wrong on, but there we go. Let's go ahead and do our route request. We can go through SimBrief, we'll set our payload, set our fuel, and we can select the route. Yeah. We can pop the checklist page as well. And we'll sort that out in just a second. Although, I don't know why the parking brake... There we go. Cool. Let's go ahead and load our route. Wait for that to do its thing. It shouldn't take too long. And those warnings on there are okay for now. Let's go down here. We can quickly test our oxygen. That's all good. And let's activate our flight plan. So oxygen is tested 100%. And the flight instruments are fine as well. So pre-flight checklist complete. Go over to the perf init page. We're going to go ahead and reject it, as it isn't usually ever right. So we're going to pop in our cost index today, which is 30. Our cruising altitude is flight level 330. Just pop 0.5 on there and get our 0 fuel weight in. Over to the departures and arrivals page, then we're going to be departing off of runway 14 today. We've got no SID, so we can just go ahead and execute that. Back to the arrivals, we're going to be doing the RNAV runway 10 today. Again, no stars, no transitions, just a simple old execute, just like that. So that's all set. When I flew earlier, I did a practice flight. It really didn't turn out as well as I'd hoped. Yeah, I don't want to click that. The RNAV approach didn't really want to fly very well, so I mean, we can do our descent forecast as well. That's him. Yeah, so that's a bit of a shame. Hopefully it goes a bit better today. Uplink wind, load that. Cool. Execute. That's all good. Ready to go. Let's go over to the MCP. Both flight directors are going to go on. Cruising altitude, flight level 3... No, not 370. 330. Our heading is going to be runway heading today, which is, I believe, 145 for departure. No, it's 143. Close. There we go, heading 143 there. And let's go ahead and do our V-speeds. Over to the performance tool, we're going to select runway 14 for departure, import everything from SimBrief, import the weather, and go ahead and click calculate. Coming down here, we can go to the init ref page, thrust limitation page. We're going to select takeoff 2 for departure with our cell temp of 46. Back to the takeoff page, flaps 5 for departure. We can pop our centre of gravity in there with our trim. V-speeds can be set, and our MCP can go down to 155 knots. Cool. That is all set and correct. We can do a bit on the before start checklist. The flight deck door is closed and locked. MCP is V2 155, heading 143, altitude 33,000. Takeoff speed to V1 144, VR 148, V2 155. The CDU pre-flight is complete. Trim, we can set that. It needs to be set to 5 units. That's the flat, not the trim. Wrong way. Here we go. There we go. Trim is set. We can do our taxi and takeoff briefing. So let's pull up Navigraph charts. Okay then, we are currently parked here over on apron 2. Our pushback is going to be something like that. Facing that way. Then we'll of course take Hotel 2, up Hotel, and then Hotel for departure there. Straight out, and then we are going to be doing an immediate, it should be, yeah, it kind of depends what it does, but it's basically straight ahead to 𝗏𝗏𝗃, no standard instrument departure or anything. And then we can sort the arrival out a little bit later on, but yeah, pretty nice and simple down on the ground here. So the taxi and takeoff briefing is now completed. We'll just wait for the beacon light and then we'll be all set, ready to go. Looks like boarding is going to take a little bit of time. But we can go ahead and get our APU started. Ready to go. Let's jump back outside. See what's going on. Absolutely nothing. Everything is finished out there. so we can go ahead and close those doors. No need to keep them open. There we are. Get a bit of music going. Why have they just opened again? That's not particularly handy. Cool. I don't understand why they have just reopened up the doors. And I wonder how many passengers are going to be coming on board. But I think there's actually a lot. So we may just restart it. Oof. Let's just go ahead and close all of the doors. And we can prepare for pushback and departure. We're not waiting that long for passengers. Sim briefers put 281, which we boarded anyway, so not that bad. Cool. Let's go ahead and release the GPU. Remove the wheel chocks. And we are almost ready to go. Pause the music there. So, I believe we can do a dual engine start. I did a dual engine start earlier and had no issues, so we're going to do another one because the sound of that is absolutely incredible.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Welcome back, Alex. Appreciate you stopping by once again. How's it going? Beacon light can come on now, and that's our before start checklist complete. And then the before taxi can go next. Can we bring up the engine page on that screen? Oh, there's air. Engine. Wait, what did that just change? Ah, right. Engine. Cool. Bit more information there. I don't know what GSX is doing. Let's see if we can get a little look. Looks like GSX is ready, to be honest. We want our nose right, tail to the left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Okay, are you ready for this monstrous startup? We'll go ahead and get all of the fuel pumps on, elec pumps on. Starting left engine, right engine. Sounds are up. Enjoy this monstrous startup. Wowee. There we go. Startup is complete. Sounds can come back down a bit. What a startup that was. I've got no clue what this pushback tug is doing, but... Okay, let's just stop you there. It's not talking to me anymore. Oh, once the brake's released. Okay, whatever. Flaps position 5 for departure. We'll just abort the pushback. I think that's a bit of an easier way to do it. Right. Flight controls. Full left. Full right. There it is. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Flight controls are checked full and free. Back to the checklist page before taxi anti-ice off recall. Checked order brake RTO. Flight controls check ground equipment is clear before taxi checklist complete. Taxi site goes on. APU off. Let's get underway. We need to go to the doors and quickly arm them all, because otherwise we'll get in big trouble. Lovely, okay. Not very far, taxi is literally just up here, and then we are all done. And we'll be on our way to the fantastic airport of Providenciales. Quite excited for this one, actually. We're in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 today. I am seriously considering to uninstall 2020 now. So I just don't really have a reason to go into it. iFly Max is here, PMDG 777 is here. The only thing is there's no NG, but that's going to be months away. And to be honest, the Max is a bit better. Alright, Alex, see you in a bit. Thank you very much for stopping by. Landing lights go on. Strobe lights, wing lights. Gonna run off to Tesco. Nice, Alex. Have a good time. See you later. Look at this. Such a beautiful bird.
Approaching 1-4.
Nice. Look at that.
On runway 14.
Stunning. Okay. Let's go. Flying sounds are up. Enjoy the departure. Let's get out of it. Takeoff thrust set, airspeed is alive. 80 knots, cross checked, throttle hold, nose pressure is neutral. V1 and rotate. Positive rate of climb, gear up. up, and away we go. Autopilot 1 engaged. Let's bring those sounds back down for you all. Look at that. Wowee. Stunning. Alright then. We're gonna go flaps position 1. Flaps 1, speeds check, flaps 1. Look at that. Beautiful views. Oh, I forgot to do LNAV and VNAV. That was silly. I thought something was wrong, like the speed wasn't increasing. I was a bit confused. But it's all fixed. Polo, hello. Welcome back. Polo says, I'm not planning to upgrade to 2024 anytime soon due to the fact that I fly the Horizon sim, which is not on 2024 yet. And it won't come due to Latin VFR not being the most polite to third-party mods. Perhaps when I get the Phoenix I might switch, but to be frank right now I have no reason to. Interesting, Polo Pulse. Well, I would definitely recommend the Phoenix. It's like the best plane, the one I fly the most by far, 100%. I really, really enjoy flying the Phoenix A320. Well, not just the A320, the whole family. The whole Airbus A320 family of aircraft. And soon to be the Neos as well. That's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing the Neos come to the sim. Just clearing up the lights, get rid of some of them, and seatbelt signs can come off as well. Yeah, that's fair enough, Polo Pulse. Flight sim is like the most expensive hobby that I know of, other than like photography, which is really crazy. It's so expensive. Look at that. These oceans are so cool. The properly Caribbean blue colour. Love it so much. Thank you to everyone over on the vertical stream as well. If you are enjoying today's stream, be sure to drop a like, hit subscribe if you're new. It really does help us out a whole ton. So I don't think there is much we actually have to do in terms of an RNAV approach. Like, I didn't do anything when landing in oh, we did that. That's fine. When landing earlier, so I practiced earlier just to make sure I got the hang of it and things, but it just didn't capture the glide path or whatever the other mode is that's in the RNAV approaches. So it was very, very odd. I was a bit confused what was going on, so I ended up just flying it visually, but I don't particularly fancy doing that today. Although the VNAV and speeds were having a couple of issues, so maybe it was a bug. But yeah. The Horizon Sim does a pretty decent job for me right now. I have no clue how many flights I've done with it. I'm planning to do a flight from Amsterdam to JFK with the JetBlue A321LR at some point. Ooh, that sounds like fun. There's a couple of long hauls that I want to do actually, but I've just completely forgotten the ones I wanted to do. Yeah, I can't remember. But on Wednesday, we're going to be flying down under in Australia. We're going to be going to visit 𝗂𝗶𝗶𝗃𝐶's brand new Brisbane scenery version 2. So I'm pretty excited for that. Flew the fly-by-wire A380 from Munich to JFK once. That was a ton of fun, especially flying over Canada. Oh, yeah. The A380 is so good. Just the performance kills. Okay, if we pull up Volanta, let's see what's going on and see if we can get any action. I had a few leg spikes on the approach into JFK, nothing crazy. Oh, okay then. Fair enough. Right, let's pull up Volanta, because I would like to... I'd like to try and find some long haul ideas. So we could do, I think we could potentially do Nairobi up to London. I think that could be quite good fun. What else is there? What's this flight? An A380 Munich to LAX. Oh, that's a long one. I want something that's a bit more overland. So maybe we go from somewhere in Europe this way. We could go up... we could go into Bangkok, Thailand. Or down in Malaysia, maybe. Or we go further south, down Africa way. That could be quite good fun. So there's Lagos. I know BA do a Heathrow to Lagos flight, which that looks like quite a nice little route, just going south down there. And you think about it, this is, oh, that's Cape Verde. That's a bit further. This is the Canary Islands, and that's Lagos. So really, there's not too far in between those. Or we go further south. That is a long route there. San Francisco to Sydney. Oof. So yeah, lots of options that we could do. We could do Belgrade to New Orleans. Done in the Air Serbia with the A330-200. Oh, that's a good idea actually. The A330-200 is meant to be quite nice. The Innie builds one. The A380 actually sounds quite good fun, but there is just... yeah, I don't really know. We definitely need to get some max action in, but we're going to be... we're going to be on Wednesday doing that flight down to Brisbane. I don't know where from yet, I haven't decided. So, got any ideas down to Brisbane? do let me know. Belgrade to New Orleans is no more. There's Belgrade to New York or Chicago. Yeah. Probably Chicago out of those two, but if they did IAD, Washington Dollars, or whatever it is, that would be quite good fun. I'd do that. I keep getting these, although never ever really seems to be an issue. So probably just a bit lucky then. But Microsoft Flight Sim 24 is working a lot better. We're getting about 70 odd FPS in this aircraft, which is pretty decent, I think. So anyone familiar with the 777, how do we go about flying an RNAV approach? Because I click the approach button and it does localize a glide slope. Of course there is no ILS, so I'm going to look it up. Yeah. They're all video. I don't really want a video one. Quite like this wide angle view here, actually. $40, no way. So complicated. Okay, I'm watching a video. How to fly in RNAV. Okay, blah blah blah. LNAV and VNAV. Couple of settings that we need to be aware of to be able to execute the approach correctly. So let's hop inside. Okay. To get started. Oh right. Simple, so we've got a bit of time. Can this go away? Is there a way to disable this? I hope so. Look at that after. There are, okay. So we briefed our arrival. It's pretty much just straight on in approach. There's not really anything to it. It is the most boring approach in the world. It's just straight from 𝗵𝗏 to 𝗻𝐶. That's literally all it is. Right, is there anything else we need to do or not? Yeah, so init ref, set this. So flaps 30 for our rifle at 138 knots, just like with a normal ILS approach. We can also set our minimums, which is going to be 278. Hey, Polo Pulse, no worries at all. Hope you have a fantastic evening. Thank you very much for coming along. Nice to see you. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Okay, 271 did I say? 278, close enough. 278 in the minimums. Back to the menu, we can get our AFIS control off now. That saves life a lot, especially in these Boeing aircraft, so that you don't have to keep turning the dial and things. So, really, really good trick there. It's just this AFIS control button, just down in the menu page of the FMC. So we are going to need the QNH at some point as well. So we'll get the METAR in. And we'll have to make sure that's accurate. Oh, I did the command slightly wrong. So over to the fixed page, we're going to select our runway for today, which is going to be runway 10. Alex, welcome back. That was a quick run to the Tesco's. So I am trying to figure out how to fly an RNAV approach in the PMDG 777. Because it's a bit more complicated than I had initially expected. So in our fixed ring page, our altitude at 10 miles should be 2,000. Whoa, 2,000 in there. That won't go in. Oh, actually, yeah, 2,000. 𝗚𝐴𝐡𝐴, hello, welcome aboard, nice to see you. I'm from Nassau, very nice. How is it over there? It's a place I would really like to go. We'll see. We'll see. We may do a return leg. And if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, please do correct me. I do apologise if I am incorrectly pronouncing your name. Why can I not put 2,000 in there? I really dislike trying to do RNAV approaches. Okay, I think everything else is all right. You can open the speed window? Oh, that's cool. Okay. Right, there is nothing else to do, so we are all good. Ready to go. Look at this, so beautiful. So I was actually going to be going to the Bahamas in 2020. I was going to fly from London over to Atlanta, spend a few days in Atlanta, and then go down to Nassau. But of course, thanks to COVID, that never happened, but oh well. I keep getting these little warnings. I don't quite understand why, and I want to get rid of them, but I can't figure out how, so... Right, there we go. Sorted out the chat. That blue water looks so nice. Apart from that little... where you can see the block of land. To be honest, I'm quite surprised British Airways operate this route. Right, how do we get rid of these? How to get rid of... I want to be able to turn it off. I do indeed have the ATR. But I'm not very good at flying it, so I haven't flown it in a long, long time. Which is probably a good thing, because we would most likely crash. Right, let's go back up front, check on this. Can we get rid of this? I want to get rid of it. See if I can get rid of it. I don't know if I can. I haven't downloaded one off of flightsim.to, 𝗂𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴. So if I download one off flightsim.to, then I would. Then we'll be able to do some Bahamas air flights. I think that could be quite good fun. Bahamas air flights. If I learn how to fly the ATR properly, then that would be quite good fun. I think it's quite similar to the CRJ in the fact that it's quite manual, isn't it? Right. Oh, that is a really annoying screen now. We're not going to reset our MCP altitude just yet. And we still are expecting to land on runway 10. Well, it just doesn't want to go away. And it's back. It's weird because I'm getting 70 FPS. So I don't really know why it's saying that. Hopefully the frames don't die while we're on landing. that wouldn't be a very good day out. And if you're enjoying today's stream so far, everybody, be sure to hit like, subscribe for me as well. Really does help out the channel a load. So a big thank you to everyone who has done so already. So I hope that our approach information is all set correctly. I would like to be able to edit this altitude information. Oh well. It knows that 2000 at BNOS we've got to be at 2000. Bahamas Island hop? Yeah. If you pop a flight suggestion in our Discord, then I will try not forget it then, because otherwise I'll end up forgetting it, unfortunately. 𝗂𝐴TH𝐴, I'd recommend if you do buy one, you'd get 2024, as in my opinion now, it definitely is better than 2020. I have really enjoyed flying on 2024 recently, so yeah. There's also a lot more aircraft you can fly as well. You've got the likes of the military stuff, as well as loads of other things. The A330s from any builds, which are quite good, which you don't have in 2020. So if you do get one, 2024 would be the one I would pick. At times it can be a bit more unstable, but overall I do think it is better. And now that all of my aircraft are ported over, I think once the stream finishes I'm just going to uninstall it. Just don't really need it anymore. And it's absolutely huge. It is taking up so much space on my computer, so would be quite nice to get rid of it. Look at this view. I mean, so lovely. With the water down below, some of the more tropical islands behind us. Not far left in the flight. We're just over halfway there, I would say. Maybe a bit more. Let's try and get some screenshots outside. We're going to turn the flight volume down, otherwise it's going to be really loud once we go out. Here we are. Depends, 𝗂𝐴TH𝐴. What are your specs on your laptop? What are the specifications? Unfortunately, 𝗂𝐴TH𝐴, I've never heard of that. So if you've got the actual specs, I've forgotten how to take screenshots. Ah, I remember now. Such a lovely bird. FMC message. next, welcome aboard. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming along. Yeah, I don't think laptops are the greatest in the world for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think if you can get a desktop PC, then you're much better off. Yeah, 4 gigabytes of DDR4 is not going to be enough, I'm afraid. There's a huge island down there. Lots of these, I'd imagine, are quite difficult to get to. So if you wanted to go there, you'd probably have to take a boat or seaplane or something. I mean, my computer struggles as is to keep up with the sim. And, if I can spell. They're my computer specs. So I'd say it's pretty decent. Mid-range build, but definitely struggles with 2024 to keep up. So, yeah. Just bear that in mind. I mean, as you keep seeing, resource usage exceeded. Although it's still running smooth, so it's not really a big deal for me. Running smooth at 70 FPS. Cool. Top descent reached. We've already planned everything, so if we go back to our checklist page, descent checklist recall is checked, our notes are checked. Auto brake is going to be 2 for landing. Our VREF today, I believe, was 138, was it? Yes, VREF 138, and our landing minimums is 278. And our approach briefing is completed. There's got to be a way to disable that from keep popping up. It's quite annoying. Yeah, you need the RAM. CPU, GPU, RAM. Yeah, very, very RAM heavy. It's also very GPU heavy. I've got 32 gigabytes and I struggle with that as well. It's even worse when with 2024. Can this go away? So once again, as you can see on our map, we're going to waypoint 𝗬𝗨. That is literally about 30 nautical miles away from Banos, which is then when we start our final approach into Providenciales. Surely there's a way I can disable it. Keeps on coming back. And we're about 60 nautical miles away from 𝗬𝗨 right now, so another 90-ish until we start our final approach. So I'd say about 10-15 minutes. Yeah, I don't know, because here's the thing, the performance is fine. I'm getting 78, 90, not 90, 70 to 80 FPS. And it's running smooth like butter, but it's keep popping up with some of these warnings. So I'm not too sure what to do. I might just leave it for now and hope that they stop. So into Providenciales, we're going to switch our bar row altimeter over to HPA. And let's grab the METAR. Yeah, MSFS 2024 does seem to be a bit hit or miss. Okay, winds 150 degrees at 8 knots, few clouds, 1,300 feet. Plenty of visibility, temperature 30 with a dew point of 21 and the QNH 1017. Good, we like to see that. Again, a big thank you to everyone who is coming along today. Nice to see you all. Hope you're having a good day so far. And if you're enjoying today's stream, be sure to drop a like for me. Hit subscribe if you're new. It really helps us out a whole ton. Cool. We're slightly off of that profile, so we're going to deploy our speed brake service so slightly. Just to reduce our speed and get back on that profile, which will help us out a load. Speed brake deployed, that's fine. Yep, we are aware. Master caution, we can pop back in. We're fully aware of that. Cool. Now we're below the profile and our speed looks good. We can bring the speed brake back in. And about 50 feet off of the profile, so that's okay. That can continue. Cool, speed has jumped up a load, so we're gonna really get our speed brakes going. And just slow ourselves right down. We've got no need to be very fast today. We're in no rush at all. It's descending down nicely. Hopefully our speed has calmed down a bit, which it has, so we can bring our speed brakes back in, and then it's going to immediately jump back up again, is my guess. So that's what it likes to do, it seems. Will never stay on one speed, which is quite irritating. Seatbelt signs so we can get on. We'll get the cabin secure for landing a little bit earlier today. Make sure they're nice and safe, as they are one of our primary customers. They are the most important people on the plane, our customers. This aircraft is so cool. The attention to detail is really quite incredible. Such a beautiful day out. Right, we're going to go ahead and open up a few programs for landing. We're going to go ahead and find 𝗖𝐴𝐶. And we're also going to go and find our flight recorder. Brilliant. That's all set. Give it some speed brake as well. We want to stay on that profile as best as we can, even while slowing down. Look at that. Really beautiful out. It's a lovely day. Look at that engine shaking. Nice. Cool. Speed brake retracted. Our auto throttle should be matching 250 knots. Though it keeps going up. I don't know why it's going up and what it's trying to target, but oh well. It's doing something. Again, I don't know what's going on here. Now we're completely off profile. Very odd. Bit confused what's going on, but seems to be okay now. Cool. Speed brake. We'll leave it slightly out, I think. Maybe that will help us out of it with our speed and profile. So literally, as soon as we make this left turn, I don't believe our course changes at all. It should be just straight ahead and right in to land. Look at that shape of the wing there. Look at that. Gorgeous. It's huge engines as well. Now we're really off the profile. Very odd. seems to be alright, eh? Everything else seems to be okay. Oh, you know, there is a bit of a course change there. So, that's alright. Again, planned for Wednesday, we're going to be flying into Brisbane version 2, made by Orbex, probably from Sydney or Perth or somewhere, one of those big airports around there. So I'm quite excited for that, and then hopefully we'll get some iFly 737 MAX flights in soon. I'm also really excited to fly the MAX in 2024. As I've only done a little bit of the MAX, so yeah, quite excited. Cabin is ready for landing, that's good. And then we're off the profile again. So strange. Really, really strange. Cool. Now we are sticking to that profile a bit better with our speed brakes out. So that's fine. We... Speed... Probably should start slowing down. If we go not that, click that. That says speed down to 240 knots. Fine. We can pop over to QNH 1017 once again. Our speed is going down. Ooh, bit of a stutter there. I believe a runway should be just there, so not too far left to go. Brilliant. And continuing on down then. 2,000 feet at BNOS. We'll make that. We'll make that no problem. A bit of a shorter stream today, but it's been a while, so we're just going to ease back in and things. Big thank you to everyone who has come along today. Really do appreciate it. And be sure to drop a like, hit subscribe if you're new. I think we are good to start slowing down. We're going to go speed 200. We can add a bit more speed brake just to get us slowing down and descending at the same rate. We're not going too far above or below our profile. We are sticking nicely to it, which is what we like to see. And then we can start with flaps 1, speeds checked flaps 1. We can go down to our flaps 1 speed, 197 knots. Speed brake can go back in a little bit. And we are going to turn the music down for today. Get those sim sounds up a bit. Oh, I forgot I turned down the sim volume. There we go. Forgot about that. Flaps 5, speeds checked flaps 5. Approach checklist, altimeter set, approach checklist complete. And we can, well, we'll be getting rid of our speed brake shortly. There we go, I think it's captured something now. Next set of flaps. Oh, that's the wrong way. Flaps 15. Speeds checked flaps 15. Speed 157. We are on that approach now. And that's that 5 mile ring we're going to go gear down. Speed brakes retracted. 25. They can be armed. Gear down. Flaps 20. Speed checked. Flaps 20. Flight recorder. We can go ahead and click record on that. And be sure to get your landing rate guesses into the chat now, as we'll be landing shortly. I guess we're going to have to set 0 feet. Next set of flaps, I believe it's flaps 25, yep. Flaps 25, speed check flaps 25. And we'll go our final reference speed, 138. Followed by flaps 30. Brilliant. The before landing checklist is complete. So that's all good, all set. And we'll take manual control shortly. Who is looking forward to landing? I know I am. Cool. Right, sounds are up then. Enjoy the landing, my airplane, and my throttles as well. Get those landing rate guesses into the chat. Let's see, how do we do?
1,000.
Keep accidentally hitting my microphone. There we go, we'll move it back a bit. Slightly off now, try and get back on.
Approaching 10.
Slightly low, speed's dropping a bit.
500.
Try and bring that nose up with the speed. There we go. Now we're back on that profile. Happy with that.
400.
It's a bit of a gentle crosswind.
Approaching minimums. 300. Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Nose down gently. Reverses. Green. My brakes. Reverse stowed. Ladies and gentlemen,
4,000 feet
welcome.
remaining.
A very warm welcome to Providenciales here in Turks and Caicos. What a landing. 𝗂𝗚𝗃𝐶𝐴, hello, welcome, nice to see you. Thank you very much for stopping by. So, 𝗬𝐸 gave us, if it can come back, it was minus 84 feet per minute from 𝗬𝐸. 𝗲𝗏𝗀 gave us minus 257. So, I don't know, we're going to have to be the judge of that later on. Let's get those ground spoilers all cleaned up, flaps cleaned up as well. Taking a look upstairs. APU cami started. And Ivan, hello, welcome. Ooh, Ivan, you almost guessed what 𝗲𝗏𝗀 said. Ivan, you guessed 260 and it was minus 257 from what 𝗲𝗏𝗀 said. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. We'll have to be the judge of it ourselves on the replay, which we've got. Welcome aboard, by the way, Ivan. Thank you very much for coming along.
Approaching 28.
Huge turn with this beautiful 777. I believe in real life this flight is flown with the 200 ER.
On runway 28.
I think. Not too sure. I'll have to check flight radar later on. See what it was last flown in. Right, stand today should be about stand 7. I believe that's like the only one that we are able to use. Stand 7. No follow me. So quite a decent backtrack here. But a very warm welcome out to Providenciales. We're going to go all the way to taxiway Gulf before we make our little turn in. We can get that wall to break off. Cool. That's our shutdown checklist, which we will take a look at shortly. Nice, look at that. Gorgeous. And if you did enjoy today's stream, everybody, be sure to drop a like, hit subscribe if you're new. It helps us out a load, so a big thank you to everyone who has done so. There is the terminal, so we're going all the way down to Golf. So I believe there's like Charlie... oh no, there's Bravo, Alpha, and then Golf, which is a bit random, but whatever. I think the TAC Golf should have been Alpha, then Alpha Bravo, and then Bravo Charlie, if that makes sense. I just swapped around a little bit, but oh well. Right. This is Alpha. Next one is Golf, and then we're just popping over there, so not very far. This is a freeware scenery from flightsim.to. Pretty good freeware. You can get some of those lights off. Oh. They weren't on to begin with. Okay, not a problem. Nothing ever happens. That tax light can come off now as well as we're pulling on to stand. Empty channel, hello. Long time no see. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Very nice, empty cheddar. What is in your sandwich? Anything nice? Toast with butter. Classic. That's not really a sandwich, though. Brilliant. Shut down engine 1. Shut down engine 2. Add a very warm welcome to Providenciales. Shutdown checklist. Hydraulic panel. Set. Fuel pumps. Off. Flaps up. Park brake I did already set, but whatever. Happy now? Oh, we had to do it ourselves. Cool. Parking brake set. And that is all done. Brilliant. Well, welcome everyone to Providenciales. Beacon light off. Seatbelt signs off. Thank you very much for coming along. Let's go ahead and boot up our replay. See how we did.
Couldn't find valid airport data at this position. Services are not available.
We can go ahead and fast forward a bit.
4,000 feet remaining. Caution, taxiway. Caution, taxiway. Approaching 10.
Hey, thank you very much for the subscription there, 𝗵𝗑. Really do appreciate that. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. If I am not, please do correct me. Cool. Let's go ahead and click resume. hope those flaps start deploying. It may just be a bit bugged for eternity. But we can see how we did. It is empty channel. It is going a lot better for me now, which is good. Yeah, I had a couple issues, but Sim Update 2 seemed to have fixed them, and I might try Sim Update 3 beta out soon as well. Touchdown. Oh, I think the hydraulics are off still. There we go. Now our replay should be fixed.
Approaching 10.
We'll go from this angle. I really like that blue water colour. That is so cool.
Approaching 10.
I want to double check our spoilers are armed. Now they are. Now we should get some ground spoilers. Nice empty channel. Be sure to join our server. And if you do want to join the Discord, it's !Discord in chat. There we go. Put that in on both streams for you all. Touchdown. Ow. The spoilers don't want to work. Oh well. Should we do a couple more? Yeah. I'd quite like to do an engine view. Go for this as an engine view. Nice empty channel. Thank you very much.
Approaching 10.
What are these songs like? We want some upbeat. There we go. We'll go with this. Touchdown. Lovely stuff. Okay, let's jump outside. The rat is deployed. Brilliant. We can get rid of that now. Oh, you know we're going to need it again in a moment. Okay. Back that replay can go.
3,000 feet.
And
remaining.
unfortunately,
Approaching 10.
that is going to wrap up today's stream. Thank you very much to everyone who has come along today. Really do appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who has said hello in chat. And if you did like the stream as well, thank you very much for the support. If you are on your way out, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you didn't already. It really does help us out. So thank you to everyone who has done that. That's all from me until Wednesday when we're going to be flying into Brisbane by Orbex. They were kind enough to send it over to me today to fly into. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye for now.